Beautiful souls, good morning. It is March 6th, 2025, and today we are in a 6-line day, okay, in the cross of left angle cross of dominion. And 6-line days, this is the line of the role model, the administrator, the opportunist. So maybe you'll see some of those general themes out there today. Specifically, we are looking at a radiance of nostalgia, the logic of leaving old doubts behind, or illogic, and the potential obsession with old suspicions and doubt, or anything in between. And that's being grounded in victory, the mental gift of enjoying the confusion and its diversity of data. All the way through, with all the diversity of data, it is easy to lose perspective. And these are frequencies that we enjoy, one into the other of frequencies that we could enjoy here today. And these are the gates here in the head. So this is very mental, very collective, right? And depending on how your chart links up or doesn't link up to that, you could be feeling these in different kind of ways, or even just witnessing them. Now you can see when I ran this chart this morning, we had a lot of 6-line energies here, even down here. We had a lot of, in Uranus, we had a lot of 6-line energies because even the moon was 6-line. And I'm in Pacific Standard Time here. And that's when I ran the chart. So today's little musings are actually very interesting. I love today's reading. So if you are catching this on the day of, I am so excited for you, especially if you are paying attention to what's going on collectively in our collective spaces. So today, the coins, hexagram 44, coming to meet. And we had a couple of changing lines. We had a 9 at the third and the fourth line, so I'll read those. And what does it say? This hexagram indicates a situation in which the principles of darkness, after having been eliminated, furtively and unexpectedly obtrudes again from within and below. Of its own accord, the female principle comes to meet the male. It is an unfavorable and dangerous situation, and we must understand and promptly prevent the possible consequences. The hexagram is linked with the 5th month, June, July, because at the summer solstice, the principle of darkness gradually becomes ascendant again. The judgment coming to meet. The maiden is powerful. One should not marry such a maiden. The rise of the inferior element is pictured here in the image of a bold girl who lightly surrenders herself and thus seizes power. This would not be possible if the strong and light-giving element had not in turn come halfway. The inferior thing seems so harmless and inviting that a man delights in it. It looks so small and weak that he imagines he may dally with it and come to no harm. The inferior man rises only because the superior man does not regard him as dangerous, and so lends him power. If he were resisted from the first, he could never gain influence. The time of coming to meet is important in still another way. Although as a general rule, the weak should not come to meet the strong, there are times when this has great significance. When heaven and earth come to meet each other, all creatures prosper. When a prince and his official come to meet each other, the world is put in order. It is necessary for elements predestined to be joined and mutually dependent to come to meet one another halfway. But the coming together must be free of dishonest ulterior motives. Otherwise, harm will result. Here's the image. Under heaven, wind, the image of coming to meet. Thus does the prince act when disseminating his commands and proclaiming them to the four quarters of heaven. The situation here resembles that in hexagram 20, Quan contemplation view. In the latter, the wind blows the earth. Here, it blows under heaven. In both cases, it goes everywhere. There, the wind is on the earth and symbolizes the ruler taking note of the conditions in his kingdom. Here, the wind blows from above and symbolizes the influence exercised by the ruler through his commands. Heaven is far from the things of earth, but it sets them in motion by means of the wind. The ruler is far from his people, but he sets them in motion by means of his commands and decrees. All right, so the lines, we had 9 at the third. And 9 in the third place means there is no skin on his thighs, and walking comes hard. If one is mindful of the danger, no great mistake is made. There is a temptation to fall in with the evil element offering itself. A very dangerous situation. Fortunately, circumstances prevent this. One would like to do it, but cannot. This leads to painful indecision in behavior. But if we gain clear insights into the danger of the situation, we shall at least avoid more serious mistakes. And 9 in the fourth place means no fish in the tank. This leads to misfortune. Insignificant people must be tolerated in order to keep them well disposed. Then we can make use of them if we should need them. If we become alienated from them and do not meet them halfway, they turn their backs on us and are not at our disposal when we need them. But this is our own fault. So I think that's some pretty wise things that the coins are trying to tell us today. And so this is like my favorite here, the White Light Oracle Guidebook. And it's got some pretty interesting things that really, I think, go along with what I just read. Now, today I pulled card 39, Ivory Wish Fulfilling Crow. Ivory Wish Fulfilling Crow. And what does it say? You can have what you truly want. Such knowledge helps soften and release fear, grasping, control, and doubt. Have confidence that the universe hears your prayers and is even now leading you into that which you seek. You can take sanctuary within your spiritual connection whenever you need stabilization and protection against the fluctuations of the external world. No matter what is happening around you, there is a way through to the fulfillment of your potential. Basunda is the mysterious Hindu sage who assumes the form of a crow and lives atop the magical wish-fulfilling tree, thriving whether there be feast or famine in the world. As a highly evolved supernatural being, he has outlived the ending of numerous world ages. No calamity or cataclysm can shake the powerful divine tree or the creatures who live within its shelter. The sacred tree is a place of sanctuary and protection, where no harm can befall any of its inhabitants. The wish-fulfilling tree is a spiritual symbol for the soul, the heart, and the divine bodhisattvas, or enlightened sages who guide and protect humanity. It represents a high level of consciousness which is abundant and in harmony with the universe, and therefore blissful, free, and generous. This oracle reminds you that as you align with spirit, you are aligning with a powerful field of grace, which has protective and strengthening qualities. It is a spiritual tonic with effect in all dimensions and all realms of existence. The price for such sacred empowerment is the surrender of one's ego. This is a lifelong journey for most of us, rather than a one-time event. We recondition our mind in the ways of spirit again and again. We disentangle our hearts from societal conditioning based in fear, dominance, greed, victimization, of getting one's personal desires met at any cost. We recognize there is a profound difference between taking and receiving. We trust in what is destined for us. Stories abound in the Hindu tradition of various wish-fulfilling manifestations, from goddess to trees, to cows and gems. When someone sought to possess the wish-fulfilling treasure for their own personal use, they would always be thwarted by higher spiritual intelligence of love, which cannot be controlled or manipulated, but remains as it is, purely and generously giving all that is needed to the receptive heart. Ivory is an organic material, like bone, which makes up the tusks and teeth of numerous animals of land and sea. Tusks are used to brush away vegetation and obstacles to help an animal move through its environment. Therefore, one metaphysical correspondence of ivory is the ability to move through even inhospitable environments successfully. The message of the ivory wish-fulfilling crow is that one does not have to dominate or manipulate others to attain success. It is enough to align with spirit and trust that your sacred inner work is sufficient to attract whatever is needed to manifest your higher purpose. You can attain what you seek by becoming and radiating, rather than through contriving or manipulating. Basunda teaches that when the cosmic fire of transformation becomes too intense, we can focus upon the sacred waters. When the winds of change blow ferociously, we focus upon the mountain. When the waters become such that we fear becoming submerged, it is best to focus upon the movement of the air. He is describing the way of responsiveness and balance. You can recognize what is happening and adjust your sails to suit the winds, rather than trying to change the way of nature. This oracle guides you to trust that you will reach your destination, even when there are forces beyond your control. You don't need to be more powerful than oppressive forces to overcome them. In connection with your heart temple of spirit, you will be empowered to proceed on your path with abundance, wisdom, and joy. And here's your healing process if you want to work with this energy. Rest and relax for a few moments, becoming present. Notice your breath flowing in and out. Allow your awareness to move within and let go of attachments to the outer world for a time. Imagine, see, feel, or pretend that as you relax and become softly focused on your breathing, you enter into a luminous, in-between world of healing, grace, and beauty. Excuse me. Still got some mucus there from being sick last week. You see, sense or feel the loving presence of a divine tree of light. It is bustling with life. It is strong, ancient, protective, and beautiful. It houses various divine creatures of light, including a wise old ivory crow sitting peacefully at the top of the divine tree. Your feathered friend may watch you or caw at you. This realm is timeless, luminous, and eternal. You understand that no matter what happens, it will always be there, just as beautiful and sacred as it is now. This knowledge makes you happy. Then imagine, see, feel, or intend that your soul is receiving an infusion of light from the eternal realm. You may feel a nourishing and euphoric oneness with this beautiful realm. Let yourself soak in that experience for as long as feels good. When you are ready, ground yourself by becoming aware of sensations on your skin and the flow of your breath in and out. Know that your soul is always able to connect with that eternal light within. Hydrate yourself and allow your body some movements too. You have completed the healing process. Oh, isn't that just so perfect? I love that I pulled this card here. And next is, we've done the wolf card. Now we got to do the moon one. My Moonology Oracle card book here. And today I pulled New Moon in Libra, a new romantic cycle begins. And what does it say? Give and take could well be the answer to whatever dilemma you're asking about. Compromise may be called for. It's time to start negotiating or even renegotiating. When the new moon in Libra comes up, there's a restart for you and for someone else. A new relationship could be beginning, and if that's the case, the chances are this will be a healthy and well-balanced connection. If anything you do after pulling this card, doing it in pairs is advised, such as teaming up with someone in business or in your personal life. Libra is the sign of relating, and this card suggests that whoever is at the heart of the issue you're addressing is someone who will be open to talking things through. Avoid being selfish. It won't get you anywhere at this time. Attune to the moon. Reach out to someone and let them know you care. And additional meanings for this card. Feel more, think less. Marriage or engagement is on the cards. A legal matter will go your way. Pay some attention to your appearance, but don't be all about appearance. And the teaching here is Libra is the sign of love and harmony, negotiation, and relationships. It is harmonious, kind, and luxurious, and always aiming for balance. So when we have the new moon in Libra, or at any time you draw this card, there's a restart possible for anything and everything connected to partnerships, negotiations, appearances, and justice. Remember that Libra is depicted by a set of scales. This energy wants to bring things back to equilibrium. And so those are the transits, the I Ching, and my card pulls for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.